Okay, after this video, or after the stream, I am actually going to stream Doom again, so stay tuned for that. Just note that, I mean, like, it is what it is.
Got it.
What do you think? Yeah, you're probably right.
Detective Valentine. Nick. Listen, I'm sorry. You've got every right to be upset. But you need to believe me when I tell you I had no idea. Operation Winter's End was my baby. I still believe it. He kept us all in the dark, me included. I got briefed this afternoon. They laid it all out. The whole thing. Winter's deal with the DA, his agreement to bring down the other families. His idea to record the holiday.
Nice.
All known associates. And them needing a legitimate op and a real task force to make it all look like Winter was the focus. It was the plan all along, Nick. There's nothing we can do. Winter was a stoolie for the feds. He reported directly to the BADTFL. All on the books. For his cooperation,
Nice.
Winter will be granted total immunity.
Oh, sweet, Big Cal Homie's in here. YouTube actually sent me a notification this time. So how are you? So how are you, friend? I'm actually doing really good. I got the most exciting news in years. Silent Hill 2 is actually getting a remake. The rumors are true. So that means that my favorite childhood game is getting a remake. So I feel like very, like, I cried. Like, I don't cry. I'm a man. I don't cry. But, like, it brought a tear to my eye that that Silent Hill 2 is getting a remake, and it looks promising. It looks to stay mostly true to the original, which is what I want. I want it to be a retelling of the original, in the same format it was years ago. And I don't want them to change anything. I think it was a great game. Maybe they can add new characters and more missions. Some of those I'd want them to do. I hope they don't change too much. I have seen 2 changes from the trailer that I've noticed. They're minor changes, and I really hope that they put their time into it this time around. I hope it does not turn out like the Silent Hill 2 and 3 HD remaster bullshit. I hope it's an actual good game. And so, with that being said, an oven mitt weighs 1 pound. Kind of find that hard to believe.
Hey.
What's up?
The powerful receiver, I think that'd be pretty cool in the December Child, which actually takes 5.56 instead of the 45. Which therefore it already does significantly higher damage, and I think that's just a legendary effect. But hold on, I'm going to go get my TV dinner. I heated up some Salisbury steak. Okay, so I'm back in my bedroom. Oh, amazing, man. Well, let's hope they don't give the project to Bethesda or Activision, because they'll just ruin it. Oh yeah, Silent Hill is done by Konami, so we shouldn't really have to worry about that. But considering Konami's ruthless and greedy nature is the only thing that has me somewhat worried for the remake, because overall it's very important, the representation of the company that gives you your shit, gives you your amazing games. They have a bad reputation, or have recently had a bad reputation, shortly before the time of them releasing the game. Usually the game may or may not be tainted by that.
Message to Alexander Strelnikov. My esteemed Mr. Strelnikov, I know someone of your profession values discretion above all else. But I have to honestly say, screw that. I mean, come on. One bullet, halfway across town, and you blew Ron Trevio's head clean off. You, sir, are an artist. Are all the assassins from Russia as good as you? I seriously doubt it. But listen, sweetie, your secret's safe with me.
So are you gonna buy the game? The TFBI game? I'm not sure what that is. The TFBI, I don't know what that is. If you could explain what it is, I don't know. I'm not good with acronyms. Oh, what's this door? It reminds me of the RPD from Resident Evil right now. This like weird. Mike, so I can eat real quick. Alright guys, did not fully finish it. I got most of it done. fact. The new Tales from the Borderlands. Why are they gonna release one? Are they gonna release a new one? If they are, then sure. Yeah, I played the original Tales from the Borderlands. I actually didn't think it was all too bad.
Yes. Hey.
Something. There we are.
Heads up. Wait there.
Can I guess?
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
A difficult inquiry, sir. I wonder the same thing myself. Things have certainly
Ah, so it's a new cast.
and not for the better.
How do you feel about our relationship?
A bit uncertain these days, I'm afraid. It's as if I no longer recognize you sometimes. I can't imagine the man I once knew making the choices you do today.
That's all for now.
All right, then.
But as for that, or I mean, as far as that goes for Tales of the Borderlands, the new one, it's a completely new cast. Then I really, really hope that they include Ava and they expand her character, because she was kind of a shit character in Borderlands 3, not gonna lie, and kind of ruined the game for me. You know? And so because she ruined the game for me, I would really like for her to, or the character of Ava to, I don't know, improve, I guess, or, you know, go through a character arc. They could have saved her character by not scrapping a singular cutscene. All I'm gonna say is, Maya, if what happened to Maya didn't happen, then I would feel like Ava would probably be a cooler character. Be really cool if we see what happens to Lilith in the end of BL2 or BL3. Sorry about that. Anyway, Titador seems to be the new antagonist. Sorry about that, guys. My mom just had a question for me, and I had to answer it. I really hope I can get some Mexican food, man. Cause see, if it's one thing I'm not fully into is Mexican culture, because I'm half Mexican. So I try to. George Lopez is pretty funny. He's a Mexican comedian. But as far as Mexican culture goes, like I said, I'm not really into it all that much, because I just have not been exposed to it. I didn't really grow up with it. But if it's one thing I do like, it's Mexican food. I love quesadillas. The big fat dude. Yeah, George Lopez. Yeah, he's pretty funny, man. I've seen his... Ooh! Institutes! Screw you guys. Brotherhood of Steel for life! You ain't replacing us humans. No, you guys might be more technologically advanced. But tell you what, assholes. You just screwed with the wrong human. I agree, it's funny, but I'm not into my island's own culture. I'll tell you what though, I will tell you this, man. It's like I'm half Mexican, so I'm not fully Mexican. But I definitely don't want to be ashamed of my culture, you know, and I definitely don't want to be... Like, I want to learn about it, you know what I mean? I have an interest in it, but I just don't know anywhere to go to learn about it. 'Cause I live in the Midwest. I live far away from... There's not really a lot of other Mexican people where... I mean, you know, there actually is. Mexicans make up a large population here in America, so... But there's not really any, like, places to go besides Mexican restaurants, so... The only culture I'm exposed to, really, besides movies is, like... what do you call that shit? Food restaurants. And so I'm proud of that. That my people invented the taco. I'm proud of it. Just as I will always say, next to the atomic bomb, America's greatest invention, apart from the atomic bomb, is the cheeseburger. Bam, bam. And you're down. Ding. Oh my lord, man, where are all these? Everybody just wants some smoke. Look at this. Bonk. I still want some more? Oh, okay, alright, I guess not. Speaking of culture, movies. I love movies, guys. I gotta tell you guys something. Ooh! Didn't like that, did ya? But speaking of movies and cultures, man, I've been watching a lot of horror movies. Because it's October. You know, you have to. And I'm sorry I haven't been pooping out as much videos as I would like to, because, you know, I would actually prefer to make a lot more horror game content. But if you want horror game content, I have an entire playthrough on the first Outlast, and they're hour-long stream. They're over 2 hours in length, so you know there's only 3 of them, but you can watch that one stream forever. So if you guys are not really into a lot of short streams, you're into a very few long streams in a series, or however you guys prefer it, just hit me up and let me know. But I already did Outlast 1. I'm not in the immediate mood to go ahead and replay it. Just, not because it's a bad game, it's just, it's Outlast. I mean, who can say they want to play Outlast again? I know I definitely am not in no rush to replay it. Again, not because it's too scary or too horrifying, it's just, I don't know, I've had problems streaming it in like the far back past where I tried to stream Outlast. But what ended up happening was I've always had problems with it. Suppressed powerful pipe revolver. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a Doom stream directly after this. Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, and then Doom 1. Just doing a playthrough. Our speed run of episode 1, maybe even into episode 2. I don't know. But I gotta do it quickly because I promised you guys Doom content and I've been lacking. I've been very busy though too. It's like, I don't know, I'm getting sucked into Fallout because around fall, I like playing Fallout because it's not so cold to where I can't go outside, but it's like cold and, you know, in October, where it's like, you know, going outside's for the birds. And I like taking longer walks at night, bundled up a little bit. You know, and just seeing the leaves fall and stuff like that. But yeah, no, fucking Fallout's just amazing. I've always loved Fallout. It's so weird because it's always like, oh, that's a reactor, and whoa, that right there, that is an insect creature thing. Bam. He has no idea he's just been hit, but he knows it. Alright, cool, whatever. Okay, there are two of these damn things, so this is a radioactive hotspot. Must be some sort of nuclear reactor thing. Just try to stay away from it. Does anyone else here still remember Fallout 3? Everyone? Like, honestly, Fallout 3 is my favorite Fallout. What are you doing on the reactor level? For the very beginning of the game, you know, when when you're still a kid and you get your first BB gun and your Pip-Boy. It was your 10th birthday, I think. And you're on like the nuclear reactor level, and he's like, I didn't know kids were allowed on the reactor level. The dialogue was just so cheesy, but it was just, I know, it's something to it. It's an old game, and it has aged so poor. The dialogue has aged poorly. Although I must say the gameplay itself has aged like fine wine. It's just a classic. You know, would I recommend to play it today? Would I recommend it would be your first Fallout game? You know, honestly, if I were to give a recommendation as to what I think your first Fallout game should be, I would immediately recommend Fallout 3. Because it was my first Fallout game experience. Until I had research. I'm like, what about Fallout 1 and 2? And I'm like, oh, let's do some research, just figure this shit out. And so I did the research, and it turns out that it was only on the PC, and so we went through lengths of bullshit to get those games. And obviously Fallout Brotherhood of Steel and Fallout Tactics were also pretty fun games. But anyway, guys, movies. Back to movies. Back to the subject of movies. I love 90s movies. Like, I'll go ahead, I'll give out a list of some fun movies to watch. Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer. That was a pretty interesting movie. The movie Holes. I'm 90% sure that there was a movie. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I know I've read the book Holes, and you know, it's pretty good book. I remember seeing like a movie. What happened over here? Usually that music, that cue of music actually incurs that something had just happened plot-wise, or it's just like you've been to a location where something significant has happened, and it's up to you to figure out what exactly happened.
Hell yeah.
Tesla Science. Tesla Magazine. Energy weapons inflict 5% more critical damage permanently. Okay, that's pretty cool. So if you guys actually want a Tesla magazine, it's actually right here. So, not right there, right here. I can't believe I just killed a Mr. Handy. They're friendly. They're actually friendly, so we're gonna go back in time by loading our last save and trying to and we will figure out. We're just not gonna kill that other Mr. Handy. T-45, Wasteland's favorite. So you guys see where this hook thing is on the shoulder plate, or not the hook, the see those like little like circular holes and on the, you know, those things that stick out on the shoulders? They're like circles, like they're holes. Yeah, I guess hooks click on into those to hook them onto, I'm assuming, assembly lines. I'm assuming that's how they manufactured these things. That's pretty neat power armor here. I always thought power armor was pretty sweet. Man, there's some pretty bulky power armor too. Oh, I was saying my list of movies, right? So, I recommend watching the movie, what do you call it? Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh, and there was a Holes movie. It was in 2003. So, yeah. Actually a really good movie. And, those are two movies. And I guess for a third movie I'd recommend to watch, like there's no particular category, no like right or wrong answer per se. So So, oh, what the fuck did I just say? Oh my god. Okay, Goodfellas. Oh yeah, these aren't really movies that are in a particular category, they're just movies to watch. Goodfellas, Criminal Minds, Holes, The Outsiders. These are all movies I enjoy watching. Sandlot, it's another movie I actually enjoy watching. Tell you what, we're gonna load back a couple more saves and go do a quick side quest because it just said I failed the side quest somehow. I'm supposed to save someone's kidnapped daughter, and I kind of want to do that because I kind of want to get Preston Garvey's trust back again, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen, especially after what I did to the Institute. And I'm not going all the way back to that point in the game because that was just way too long ago. I'm not going to redo everything I've already done. Every time you level up, your health increases and you get to choose a new perk. So, when my health slightly increases just a little bit more, it helps every time because at a ridiculously high level like the level I'm currently at, it could be extremely helpful. So we're actually going to go to this location, do this quest, turn it in, get some XP, go back to the Reed's Marina or whatever it was to go get that Tesla magazine. And when we're done with that, I don't know what our next plan is, our next move. My goal is actually to get all the covert ops mags so I can get better at stealthing, and I want to increase or put more points into my sneak to make stealth a little bit easier to do. But I also want to get more points into agility in general. That way it's like, should I ever need to sneak in general, more agility actually helps with that. But I want to increase my sneak attacks a little bit. So I want to get Sandman 2, and I want to get the Ninja perk 2. So that way my stealth attacks are actually insanely overpowered. Like for instance, if I crouch right now and no one sees me because nobody does.
Please, you've got to help me.
Don't worry. I'm here to rescue you.
Oh my God, thank you. Let's go.
Disappearing actor!
Alright, this is Bravo 6. We got the package. We're heading out for extraction. We have disarmed any potential traps that may or may not cause death to the hostage. Okay. Really cool if you could actually witness Hangman's Alley. Imagine if they break into the buildings that surround it and actually fortify them into stores and houses. Imagine they start building out tents outside, and that's where all the poor people live, are in tents. And all of the people that own the stores own like the buildings in the alleyway. It'd be pretty cool just to see the community itself expand. So I think it would be really neat for the next Fallout game to focus on the growth of your settlements. Maybe less settlements.
Hey.
I don't know how to thank you for that rescue.
Just remember that this is all thanks to the Minutemen.
We know. That's why we support the Minutemen. You can always count on us to help out down that road.
I just wanted to thank you again for getting me home safe. I won't forget what you've done for me.
Alright.
Maybe check the engine? You need something, monsieur.
How are you doing?
I must confess. I am missing you. I hope you've come so we can travel again together. Hint, hint.
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
Hey, Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, sir?
Yes, of course.
Lead the way, sir.
If it isn't Monsieur Codsworth, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Company, sir, for me in this beauty. Don't worry, I'll keep the master safe.
Huh.
I feel so wonderfully rested.
My goal, like I said, I believe I get 10 energy resistance from Codsworth's thing. It would actually be really cool if I also got a 25% resistance against turrets and robots as well. That's just my opinion, though. But yeah, it's whatever it is. It'd be actually kind of neat if they actually added plus 10 also radiation resistance, just to get my numbers up on rad resistance, because I don't have a lot of rad resistance. It'd be really cool too, because I really want to get the endurance up so I can actually be more radiation resistant, more radiation tolerant per se, because radiation's kind of a, I'm not going to say it's a key issue, but it is definitely a point of interest to have low radiation at all times.
Hello, Eugene. Your brother Malcolm has prepared a surprise for you. Follow me. Sir? Good day to you.
Armor barbed wire. We're going with the Negan style.
Hey.
Something you mean, sir? What do you think about our relationship? I'm afraid that's a bit of an unknown, sir. You're no longer the man I knew who went into that vault 200 years ago.
Nothing else for now.
All right, then. Good day to you.
Perfect.
Sir? Hello there.
Eugene and Malcolm. Eugene and Malcolm. Why are there so many? Oh my god, dude. I'm about to murder all these bots. Hello there. I'm just messing with you guys. I won't murder you guys. Tell you what, your new job, you guys are now programmed to operate my farms. And we are going to take over we're going to do Farming Simulator in the Wasteland DLC. Alright, nah. Farming Simulator. Can you guys believe that's an actual game people have actually purchased, have actually spent real money, like a real $30 on a fucking Farming Simulator? So we're getting Codsworth's thing up as affinity. I'm going to go work on the armor.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Can I help you, sir?
Your thoughts?
Two fish swim into a concrete wall. One turns to the other and says, "Damn!"
Your thoughts?
I was just running some diagnostics on the old internal, sir. Maintaining such a level of performance doesn't come easy, you know.
Your thoughts?
This is all much more exciting than domestic life, I assure you.
What do you think about our relationship?
A difficult inquiry, sir. I wonder the same thing myself. Things have certainly changed, and not for the better.
That was it.
All right, then.
I wonder what he means by not for the better. Like, he clearly doesn't hate me. But I mean, like, you know, he clearly also has seen me be a husband and a father and a working man, a person of high honor. And yet, I now roam the wasteland. I took over the wasteland. I came out of the vault the same person. And then I left Codsworth alone forever. And I never came back. And then now I come back. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm glad they don't make the game's relationship statuses too complicated, because when you do that, it can seriously be annoying.
This is the famous Diamond City. I suppose I hope to find more of a gem than a dusty home base.
Thirsty. Nuka-Cola.
Aye.
So thirsty. Nuka-Cola.
Alright, someone buy this guy a drink.
Yes.
Then we do not steal.
And they sell just about everything, but none of it is scrap.
Let's see what you got.
Here's what we got.
What's her name? Let's say if it's like Moira. Might remind me a bit of Fallout 3. Do you have just a regular Nuka-Cola? Nuka Cherry? I'll buy a Nuka Cherry. And I will buy... Yeah, that's it.
Cola. Nuka-Cola. Hey, Sheffield. Need a drink. Nuka-Cola. Nuka-Cola.
Now, don't be shy. You're never too old to own a swatter.
What's a swatter?
Rookie, eh? A swatter, my friend, is a Diamond City tradition. See, one team would beat the other.
Look, dumbass, that's not how baseball was played.
That right, Mr. Smarty Pants? Yeah, if you're such an expert, how do you think it was played?
There were balls, strikes, 3 bases, and home runs. He kept score by how many runners made it to home plate.
Yes. None of this beating people to death nonsense.
I like my version better. Now, can I interest you in these genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatters?
I have this 2076 World Series baseball bat. Interested?
What? Oh, that's an original. Oh, look at that thing. I'll give you 200 caps for it. On the spot.
Forget it. No deal.
Oh. No, I hate to see it go, but... All right. Let me know if you change it.
I'm sorry, man. But the other baseball shit I gave you, Mo, was not a weapon. That shit was just a signed baseball, signed card, and a signed, what do you call that shit? Fuck, can't think of the name of it. The glove, the mitt. And so, none of those were weapons. But this actually is, and it's actually a good weapon. The 2076 World Series baseball bat. And I shouldn't have put the barbed wire on there, because now he's going to think that back in 2076, people beat each other to death with baseball bats.
Everything I got will keep you safe.
I'll take a look, sure.
Feel free to test the grips.
See if you have anything interesting. The big boy. Okay. Let's look at all my... let's look at all my pre-war money. 1,000. Bing! What are you doing? I can get the big boy. Look at that. Fires 2 projectiles. Does 992 damage. The pretense that I upgrade my explosive one more, it should do about 1,000 damage. Or I get big guns and it'll do 1,000 damage. But if I get both of them maxed out, it should definitely be overpowered. But you get that Merv upgrade. Man, oh man, it's just devastating. I have 40 mini nukes, so it's not like I'm gonna run out of ammo too often, regardless if I use it or not. But it's kind of hard to say.
You think the top brass wants out here? The will ever.
The top brass. Alright, since Curie wore this and somehow she destroyed the shit out of the legs. Now we have to go repair my power armor. Which granted is no big deal, but this is something I want to get too used to doing.
Something, monsieur?
Let's trade some things.
But of course.
Hey.
Can I be of service?
My back hurts. My feet hurt. Everything hurts.
Watch this, guys. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to modify my weapons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually... Ah, shit, I got enough shit to modify them. Ah, fuck it. So yeah, Codsworth is pretty easy to max out Affinity with. You just gotta you gotta repair and maintenance your armor and shite like that. But and that's no problem. That should just be fucking easy as shit. But what will most likely happen is I'll probably get Codsworth's affinity up pretty quickly. Get Codsworth's perk. And tell him to fuck off and leave him with Sean and Kate. That way he can help take care of the house. You know what I mean?
Good to see you. No trouble here. Just doing a supply run.
I wish there was also some quest perks. Some really weak ones, because honestly, really overpowered to stack them with other things. Especially if they involve sniper rifles, explosions, and other minor damage resistances. Because my whole thing is I'm trying to just be as overpowered as humanly possible. The next big, huge goal that we're going to go for is actually going to be kind of odd. So I'm going to put 2 more into my perception. So what that's going to do is it's going to make perception just an insanely high stat for my character. Like, my perception is just going to be insanely high. But the flip side of having a high perception is this. I can get 50 energy resistance. So 50 energy resistance when we go and look at my 314 stim packs, but if we actually look at my damages and stuff like that right here, so my energy resistance currently is at 94 energy resistance. Regular damage resistance is 138, and my bleeding resilience or tolerance to bleed damage is 5, and my radiation is 10. So adding an extra 50 to my energy resistance is going to make me pretty much almost hyper immune to all like laser weapons. As for the radioactive resistance, it will be at 60. Actually, I think I have something that permanently increases it by a certain amount. Yeah, gain 5 energy resistance. So I think my armor gives me 5, so whatever my armor gives me, if I can increase my radioactive resistance by at least another 10 or 5, plus 50, that's going to be about 65 radiation resistance, which is pretty much good enough. You know, do 5 damage to super mutants, do 5 damage to ghouls. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're missing 11 and 12. So whatever 11 and 12 are, when we get all those mags, it's gonna be, we're gonna have a lot of bonuses. So what I hope they're helpful bonuses, or I hope whatever it is going to be useful. I hope it would be pretty cool to just receive another 5% damage resistance. Put Barbarian 7, better criticals, Bloody Mess 3, Chem Resistant 2, Combat Medic, helpful. Covert Operations, we're only missing 2 more. My sneak will officially be at 50. So with that being said, you know, I mean, 50 sneak plus my current sneak, then I'm going to get to level 3, which will be 50, will be 100 sneaking, and having more agility in general will make my sneaking just so overpowered. Like, you're not going to detect me nearly as easily as you should. Demolitions Expert being a 3. When my health drops below 20%, I'll do times 4 damage for 30 seconds. Gain 5 plus 5 for all resistances. Now I kind of low-key wish that this was 10, because if it was 10, then my radioactive resistance would be at 15 or so. Which to me, having more radiation resistance is very important, because radiation is such a common thing, and not having the right equipment or suit for it, certain areas of the map can be very painstaking, especially using a shitload of RadAway, and it is what it is. But anyway, regardless of the matter, at the end of it all, the companion perks here, the companions do 5 more damage, they gain 5 more health, they gain 5 more carry weight, they gain 1 luck when drinking alcohol and adventuring with the companion. Companions gain plus 5 damage resistance and energy resistance. Robot companions inflict plus 5 more damage. So, like, I wonder if that applies to synths as well, because that would be Nick, Valentine, Curie, and Codsworth, and Ada. So, I might be missing a couple. I think Deacon and the Institute guy. Take 30% less damage when traveling alone and gain an additional carry weight. Inflict 2 more limb damage. So 2, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a second, am I reading that right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 12. No? Hold on. 3, 3, 3. It'd be 9. So it'd be 18. So 9 times 2 is 18. 18 more limb damage. I mean, I'd say that's pretty fucking good. With all things considered, with all my other shit, damaging my enemy's limbs, plus crippling them and all the other shit I do to them. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much worth it to max that shit out. Because while my shit armor pierces and now cripples limbs, it's like, dude, like, don't fuck with me, bro. Like, you're gonna learn quickly. Restore 80% of my lost health and removes 80% of my radiation. Ricochet. Plus 25 combat knife and switchblade damage. Plus 5 explosive damage. It'd be really cool if it also added luck with this. Or agility. Not luck, agility. Because if it added an extra 3 to agility, plus having high endurance and strength, I mean, you'd pretty much be a non-stoppable train. Hand-to-hand weapon damage plus 10%. Increases speech challenge success chance. You gain ammo when firing the last round in your clip. 20% harder to detect, so 20 plus 50, 50, 60, 70, plus 10, 80. So the reason I said plus 10 would be because when I max out my, when I get 1 more point into Snake, it will add an extra 10, and when I get all my covert operations mags, it'll make me harder to detect. Schomback 2, you can carry 50 more weight. That's just a convenience thing. Inflict 5 more critical hit damage. So now it's at 30 bonus critical hit damage for my energy-based weapons. That's really good for my 2-shot laser rifle. Plus 50 damage resistance. When my health drops low, below 25%, my action points regenerate faster. Gain bonuses to lock picking. We're gonna max that shit out, because not only does it make lock picking easier, but it also gives you more XP, and it also makes the bobby pins last a little bit longer. They're just a tad bit more durable, I believe. So it does make lock picking a shitload easier in general. So, you know, and I do a lot of lock picking. So when we max out Nick Valentine's shit from lock picking, what we're going to notice is that I get an extra attempt at hacking, and then we'll focus more on hacking a bunch of terminals, so I can get that trophy for hacking a bunch of terminals. Unstoppables, you gain 1% chance of avoiding all damage per point invested, so we're at 3. You get this to a maximum of up to 5. It'd be really neat if it was 2, because then you'd have 10% chance of not even taking damage at all. But that's just my opinion. It would have been even cooler if it was 3, because then it would be 15 of not even taking damage at all. And considering my high luck actually adds to those chances. I'm not sure how much more, but I'm pretty sure luck affects that somehow. I got Vans too. It guides me where my quest goes. So if I'm getting lost in the middle of a quest, it just sort of helps out with that a little bit. It is a helpful feature to have. It's not the world's greatest perk ever. But level 2 adds an extra 2 perception, which just helps me with my stats. You heal 50% more health from fruits and vegetables. Again, 5% discount from food and drink vendors. 5% less melee attack. I gain extra meat from killing animals. And that's about it. So when I get the rest of these Wasteland survival guides and the Junktown Jerky vendor maxed out, we will literally be the Wasteland mongrel. Like, dude, bro, I'm gonna take less limb damage, and I'm gonna be more radiant resistant, and I'm gonna also be more energy resistant, to the point where nothing can phase me. I'll have more health by then, like a lot more health. So it's like, yeah, hit me with an RPG, yeah, let me fall off this cliff and watch me not even take fall damage. Like, pretty insane stuff. Like I said, pretty insane stuff. So, again, with Codsworth's perk, we'll add an extra 10. So that would be 60 energy resistance added. So, yeah, I will definitely have a shitload of energy resistance. Like, energy weapons are literally nothing. And before, energy weapons can kick your ass. But now, by the time we're done with this shit, if we attack the Institute, bro, they couldn't do jack shit to me, because I'd resist their entire effect. It would take 3 whole shots to damage me. And it wouldn't even be that much damage. But either way, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually play some Doom. So, see you guys in the next one. Peace.